Charles Montgomery Plantagenet Schickler-Gruber Burns, one of the most evil, definitely the richest, and currently the oldest living citizen in Springfield. But just how old is he, and how old would he be if the Simpsons aged their characters instead of keeping them the same age? Well, in this video, I'm going to try and figure all of that out. Real quick, guys, before we get into this, I just want to say I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers by Christmas. Currently, I am at 968. I know it's hard to see on the screen there, but if you guys could please hit that subscribe button, it would be greatly appreciated. So unlike my Bart Simpson video, full video by clicking whatever card happens or down below, this one was a real challenge. Mostly because The Simpsons has really fluffed out his backstory, while at the same time taking a lot of liberty with when events happen, or if they even happened at all. But this also makes it really hard to pin down exactly when his birthday is. Because see, we find out in Season 5, Episode 4, Rosebud, that his birthday is September 15th. And we only ever get one mention of a birth year, but it doesn't exactly line up with everything he says about his backstory. So in order to figure out what date it actually is, I tried to look at key events in his life, and that led me down a rabbit hole of conflicting information. And this truly doesn't surprise me because, like I said before, The Simpsons has always had a very floating timeline. So, of course, things aren't going to exactly line up and be conflicting. But I spent a lot of time trying to figure out how I am supposed to narrow down to one date. And I'm just going to go ahead and be honest with you guys, I actually didn't. I put together an entire timeline of his life, but it actually led me to 6 possible timelines, all of which have different birth years, and just so you know, I'm not going to let that go to waste. So go ahead and turn on that notification bell so you can see my Mr. Burns timeline video, because that's going to be coming out relatively soon. So what I decided to do is I'm just going to give you all of his possible ages in this video. Now the first one really doesn't have a date, but he says that his country of origin is actually Pangea in Season 7, Episode 13, The Never-Ending Story. Now, unless he is just immortal, and let's be honest, he very well could be, you just don't know. This would put him at 300 million years old, so this one is probably the least likely. The second possible year that he gives us is in Season 15, Episode 22, Fraudcast News, where we find out that his birth year is 1881, and this would put him at 108 in the pilot episode. And quick recap, the pilot episode is a Christmas episode, then from there we use the Treehouse of Horror Halloween specials to determine like the rest of the timeline, and that makes it really easy because remember, all but one season of The Simpsons has one of those specials. And he would be 144 years old at the end of Season 36. And his third possible birth year is actually 1896, and I got this year from the fact that in Season 11, Episode 12, The Manson Family, Mr. Burns becomes Springfield's oldest living resident after Cornelius Chapman dies while receiving the award in the year 2000. Since he was 108 years old when he died, this means Burns could have been 107, turning 108 that year. I just subtracted 108 from 2000, and since a lot of events line up pretty well with this date, it is plausible. So doing the math, he would have been 93 in the pilot episode and will be 129 by the end of Season 36 from this birthday. Then the fourth year is 1909, because in Season 2, Episode 2, Simpson and Delilah, Mr. Burns tells Homer that he is 81 years old. This episode takes place in 1990, so the math was easy enough, and would put him at 80 in the pilot episode, then 116 by the end of Season 36. But then possible birth year number 5 is actually 1925, and also may not have actually happened at all. That is the theory for the timeline video, so stay tuned for that, like I said. And we get this number because Burns shows us in a flashback that he asked Santa for a hug from his mother and a smile from his father for Christmas, which unfortunately would never happen since they died before he could return from boarding school. This was in Season 31, Episode 10, Bobby, It's Cold Outside. And the year was 1935, so that would put him at 64 in the pilot and 100 by the end of Season 36. Then the sixth and final possible year Mr. Burns could have been born is actually 1889, and this comes from the fact that he is shown to be a small child in 1909. In Season 4, Episode 17, Last Exit to Springfield, and using this date, it would make him 100 years old in the pilot episode and 136 by the end of Season 36. But there you have it, guys. He could be anywhere from 100 to 144, and I'm pretty sure there is probably something I missed, and please let me know what that was down in the comments, and if you want, to see if I completely lost my mind trying to explain how all of this is possible, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you will be informed when the video goes up. And until next time, guys, please remember to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, turn on the notification bell so you never miss another video from me, and I will see you in another video.